Hello and welcome back everyone to the Hollister MacIntyre Flyers franchise. As we check into the playoff picture, you will see that we are not in the playoff picture currently, behind the Vikings, who are the 6th seed. The playoff race isn't over, but this team really needs to start stringing together some wins to have a chance at actually making the playoffs. Today we take on a Cardinals team that has talent. I don't think they're fantastic, but they've got talented pieces. If they can put them together, this is one of the teams to beat for sure. Of course, the Flyers have been pretty good as of late, dropping the occasional game, but they've been a tough outing pretty much every single time they played. We'll see if they can go ahead and step it up and step into the playoff picture once again, starting here. And Ricky Rubini is back here in Arizona, and off he goes! As the Cardinals will receive the ball first here. That is fielded in the end zone and brought out to the about 22-yard line, and that is 21 actually. That is where the Cardinals will start their day. So out comes Kyler Murray. Of course, they have a really talented quarterback from Ohio State, Tre'Davious White, sitting behind him, who is in a contract year, and he might be available in free agency. Something to consider. Let's go ahead and start off here on 1st and 10, and Murray will get this out, and that is caught. Christian Kirk down to the 31-yard line. 10-yard pass there. Murray under center now. He's going to drop back and hit as he throws. That is Chance Fortunato, who has really been dialing up the heat the last few weeks, it feels like. Now 2nd down and 10, and Kenny Durkins, the other edge rusher, who has also dialed up the heat, gets his first sack of the day. Now 3rd down and 16. Murray quick out here. That is caught, but well short of a first down there, as Mullins never even got close. It is going to be a Flyer ball now. Out comes Kyle Linehan, who has been pretty solid this season. Definitely feel like the turnovers haven't been as big of an issue with him. We still want to see them get limited though. 1st and 10, and Linehan's going to take off with this one. He'll get down to the 40-yard line. A nice run of 16 yards there. Linehan has been our #1 rusher on the team, and that is not something that's necessarily ideal, but it does highlight how good of a runner he is. Now 1st and 10, and Linehan drilled as he throws, but actually gets this out to Scotty Miller. A nice throw there. It'll pick up 5 yards on what should have been a sack. 3rd and 3 now. Linehan dropping back, throws this one out, and somehow Ernie Stachelski adjusts for that one. I don't know how he stretched his body out there, almost like Space Jam-esque. Now a little flip pass here to McCole Hardman. Hardman, a nice run there off tackle. Of course, he doesn't seem to have quite the blocking on the outside he needs to be able to sprint it out. Now 3rd down and 5. Matthew Beard takes the handoff, and that'll be a 1-yard gain there. Makes it 4th down and 3. And we'll go for a field goal here. I'm not sure about this one. It's got to be at least a 58-yarder. And it's good. Ricky Rubini nails that one. Well, okay. Back on defense once again. Handoff here as Kenyon Drake will get just 1 yard on the run. And 2nd down and 11. 3rd down and 5 now as Murray will drop back out of the gun. Throws this out. That is caught. And will be picked up by a 1st down there. As Murray kind of just using the check down there. DeAndre Swift, actually our former teammate now on the Cardinals, has his first catch of the day. Dropping back here now, finding Nick Boyle there, and that is a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Boyle was a target of the Flyers actually in the offseason, but just couldn't figure out a package that would make sense. Murray throwing this one out again, and Christian Kirk's got that down to the 39-yard line now, 2nd down 8 inches. Play action to DeAndre Swift, and then Murray's going to take off and run with this one. He's just so shifty and quick with the ball. Not much you can do in that situation. 1st and 10 now, quick slant to DeAndre Hopkins, and he's down to the 20-yard line. Our first sighting of Hopkins today. It's going to be 1st and 10 inside the red zone now. Murray handoff DeAndre Swift, and he is brought down in the backfield. And that is Justin Matabike, who has been a fantastic signing for us this year. 3rd down and 4. Murray dropping back. Time's running out, and Murray gets hit. It's a strip sack. The ball is recovered by Arizona, but Justin Matabike with a sack and a forced fumble there. 1st and 10. Handoff Scotty Miller, and that's a nice 4-yard run there. It makes it 2nd down and 6 at the 31-yard line. One last play before the end of the first quarter here as Linehan will drop back, throw this one out, and it is picked off. The comeback was jumped and going for the end zone here. Will anybody be able to catch the Cardinals? No. Christian Fulton all the way for a pick 6. And that is how we end the first quarter. Suddenly we're in a 10-3 hole as Linehan just made a bad choice there and the route got jumped. And we are back here in the top of the second quarter. Miller and Beard in the backfield as Linehan will roll out here, throw across his body. That's going nowhere. Quick 3rd and 14 situation here now as Lance Roach will motion out to the right. Linehan drops back, throwing this one deep up for Dante Pettis. And that is picked off. Second interception by Christian Fulton on Dante. I think it might be time to stop throwing that one-on-one. Well, going from bad to worse here. Murray throwing this one, somehow tips off. I think that was Chance Fortunata's head or something. And now it's a 3rd and 10 as, hey, the Flyers might at least have a chance to force a quick 3 and out. Murray snaps the ball, throws this one, and somehow gets it off without getting hit. And that is caught by Christian Kirk inbounds for a 1st down, now at the 41-yard line. Murray in the gun, drops back. He's going to throw this one out on the check down to DeAndre Swift, and he'll be brought down for a loss there, as that's actually a 2-yard loss. DeAndre Swift really been bottled up today by the Flyers team he once played for. Now Murray going to throw this one out, and that is caught by Nick Boyle, and he is down to the 32-yard line, as that'll be 4th down and 1. So a surprising decision to go for a field goal there, and the Cardinals have now given the ball back to the Flyers. First run by Scotty Miller, that'll be for 4 yards. Now 3rd down and 6. Linehan throwing this one out. That is caught by McCole Hardman, who I might think has been our most consistent receiver this year, honestly. Hasn't been a great year for getting a ton of high volume targets, but hey, we've spread the ball around pretty decently. 5-yard pickup here for Scotty Miller. Now it's 3rd down and 4. Linehan dropping back. He'll take off and run with this one. A lot of room in front of him. He's down to the 40, sliding down to about the 39-yard line. And once again, it is Linehan's feet that have made him our best quarterback. 1st and 10 now. Linehan rolling out left, and he's got a target breaking open, and that is McCole Hardman, who catches it down to the 10, make it the 9-yard line. It seems like we got to throw it McCole's way or nobody's. 1st and goal now at the 9. Linehan steps up and runs with it, and he fights his way into the end zone, lowering his shoulder. He is a pretty decent sized frame, and that is his first rushing touchdown of the day, first touchdown of the day for the Flyers in general, and it's a 3-point deficit now. So halfway through the second quarter. Murray hit as he throws, but gets this one out to Swift somehow, and that'll pick up 4 yards on what should have been a sack, make it 2nd down and 7. Murray looks like he's making some adjustments happen here. Murray will be sacked, brought down for a big loss there. Jay Terry picking up his first sack of the day, 5th of the season, and it's now 3rd down and 13. Murray's going to throw this one on the run. DeAndre catches it down to the 41, but he'll be short of the sticks, and that means we will receive a punt. 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff Lance Roach, cutting it upfield. Nice blocking there, and just nice ball carrier vision from Lance, and he'll pick up about 12 yards. 1st and 10 at midfield, just about. Handoff, Scotty Miller. Now Miller, I think maybe he could cut that one outside a little bit, but it's still a really nice gain of about 11 yards, and we're across midfield now. 1st and 10. Linehan dropping back. Blitz picked up. Finds Murdoch out of the slot there, and he'll be down to the 30-yard line. This is a nice play by Linehan. Now the read option, and he gets crushed there. Picks up about 4 yards, makes it 3rd down and 3. 45 yards rushing on the day for Kai. Now a handoff here to Lance Roach, and he's down to the 14-yard line as it's now 2nd down and 8. Dropping back, Linehan throwing it across the middle, and that is picked off. Never saw the Mike linebacker sitting there in coverage, and Brooks picks up the interception. 1st and 10 now at the 10-yard line. 38 seconds left in this half, and that is a sack. Not in the end zone, they'll say, but on the 1-yard line, and that'll end the half, as I thought Chance Fortunata scored us 2 points in the ball back. Apparently not, according to the refs, but that does end the half. 13-10 is your score. Starting the second half here as we'll hand this one off to Lance Roach. He cuts it outside, and if Dante could have found a block there, Lance might have been gone for a touchdown. Puts Lance over the half-century mark there for the season on rushing yards. That's pretty impressive from him, I have to say, in the run-by-committee look especially. Now throw to Ernie Stachelski underneath, and Stachelski, who's a bit more of a vertical threat, has been pretty good down low as well. We've been hitting him a lot more down the stretch of the season. And you have to think we saved a lot of money not paying TJ Hawkinson and getting him instead. As Kyle Linehan goes down on the double sack, it is picked up by James Lincoln. He'll actually pick up a few yards back, but Javius Bentley picking up a half sack there. And fortunately, we get on the ball. Second down and 19. Linehan throwing this underneath to McCole Hardman. He's got him down to the 39-yard line. Now third down and 10. Linehan. Play action. Throwing this one deep. He's got McCole Hardman. Somehow safety coming over to make the tackle there. But Hardman catching up to that ball. And if you're going to overthrow someone, make sure you overthrow McCole Hardman. Now throwing underneath. Stachelski into the end zone for 6. Stachelski's first touchdown of the day. And his 5th receiving touchdown of the season. So first and 10, and we are up 4 points now. And this is thrown to Christian Kirk down to the 31-yard line, as Murray has had a pretty efficient day passing so far. That makes it second down and 3. Running game hasn't really been super active for him, as Jeff Okudah breaks this one up for Christian Kirk. You're going to have to do a little more than that. Third down and 3. Empty look for Kyler. He's going to throw this one out. That is caught by Nick Boyle, and he'll be brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a first and 10. Now the Cardinals at the 40. Handoff. Swift down to the 45-yard line, as he's now got 2 runs for 4 yards. Not very impressive. Third down and 4 now. Murray. He's going to start to scramble with this one, and he'll be brought down for a sack by Akeem Hicks. But he was brought down by his face mask, and that was so unnecessary. So a change of downs here. And they're across midfield. Murray, play action. Throwing this one, he's got DeAndre Hopkins. Somehow doesn't step out of bounds, and Hopkins will pick up about 20 yards there down to the 30. Well, that's a big momentum shift there. First and 10. Murray running out wide. Zach Allen misses on the tackle that would have brought him down in the backfield. And Murray will be down to the 21. Been hard containing him so far today, as this will be Kenyon Drake for about 2 yards. And Kenyon's only had 12 yards on 7 carries himself. First and 10 at the 18. Murray throwing this one out. Quick slant here, and that is caught down to the 9-yard line, as the Cardinals now are 10 yards away from a touchdown. DeAndre Swift will get him just that. A 10-yard run for DeAndre Swift, and his best run of the day. And you knew he was due for one. Kickoff here from the Cardinals, as Lance Roach will field this in the end zone. Take it out to the 10. Now at the 20, and he gets rocked down. Ball flying around. Nobody seems to be able to pick it up there. And thankfully, we're able to fall on it. That's actually Kerry Webster, his former teammate. Wow, that was close. Well, let's go ahead and hand it off to Matthew Beard. Let Lance Roach get a sit here, as he did get rocked down on that. Flip pass to Dylan Murdoch here, and he's got a lot of room in front of him. He's not fast enough, though. Just not the burner type. He could have been gone if he was McCole Hardman, but we'll pick up a bunch of yards there down to the 40-yard line, as Murdoch's second reception goes for about 30. Now a play action, and this time it's going to be Ernie Stachelski underneath once again. I like how we're setting up these plays. Just run the jet sweep. Well, guess what? We're going to run a jet play action now. Play action to Murdoch there is the pass. And he'll be down to about the 19-yard line. And that'll be a big first down. Minute remaining in the third quarter here, as this will be thrown underneath to, or across the seam rather, to Hugh Porter. Haven't seen as much of him lately, but I still think Hugh Porter's got a nice spot in this offense. First and goal, underneath to Ernie. Breaks one tackle down to the 1-yard line. And now this will be Scotty Miller walking it into the end zone, as Brandon Scherf is actually down on the play, shaken up. Seen that a bit lately. Looks like it's a hip pointer. He should return soon, as we will go into the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead. So it's 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Murray going to throw this one to Nick Boyle. He's gotten quite a few targets today, and that's about a 6-yard gain there. 3rd down and 8 after a false start. Murray in the gun. Quick throw here to Boyle. And I think he'll be short. Trey Harris with the second hit there. Mitch Newman met him first, but Trey Harris with the hit to drive him back. So we will receive this punt here, hoping that maybe Lance doesn't get drilled quite so hard. Lance cutting this outside, and Lance with a nice return so far. And he'll get down to the 44-yard line. About a 20-plus yard return there. That was a nice one. So 3rd and 7 now. Flyers looking to keep things moving here. Linehan stepping up and running with this one. Doesn't slide down in time, but he does get down to the 45 as Brandon Scherf once again shaken up. Not good. 2nd down and 10 now. Linehan dropping back. He'll step up, take off and run with this one up the middle. And he'll slide down at the 27-yard line. 70 rushing yards on the day for him. So it's 3rd down and 12. Once again, another 3rd down on this drive. Linehan. He'll take off, run with it once again. Cuts it outside. The blocking is perfect. Linehan trucking down to the 1-yard line. And we're seeing why he's such a dynamic player. Ignore the 3 interceptions today. This kid can run. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. Linehan falling into the end zone on the sneak, and that is 6. Let's see a little team dance here, and it looks like, I don't know what this is. Let's go ahead and move past that. So Cardinals back with the ball once again as we're about 1/4 of the way done with the final quarter of play here. Hopkins catching this one and down 11 points. You got to get 2 scores here. No room for error anymore. 3rd and 3 at their own 32. Murray sacked by Justin Matabike, his 2nd of the day. No escaping the pocket that time. And 4th and 8, you think, do they go for it? And they do. The Cardinals stay out on the field. This might be a little risky. DeAndre Hopkins beating Byron Handy, though. Handy had great coverage on him and just lost the ball. That could have ended the game right there. 2nd and 10 now. Murray trying to escape pressure once again, and Bradley Fisher, the 2nd-year player, picking up the sack there. I think I've liked the rotation on the defensive line. We've gotten a lot more guys time. Now 3rd and 17, throwing this one out. Nick Boyle catches it down to the 49-yard line. It looks like it'll be 4th and 10. And you have to think Cardinals are going to go for it once again. Midfield, no excuse not to. Throwing this one out. Caught one-handed by DeAndre Hopkins. Handy again with brilliant coverage. And Hopkins just showing why he's one of the best in the business. 2nd 11, and the game is still alive here for the Cardinals as Nick Boyle catches this one underneath, but they're running out of time at this point. Still have all 3 timeouts. 3rd and 4. Murray gonna throw this one. Somehow that's not picked. Christian Kirk catches that one. He's down to the 14-yard line. So the game is still alive once again for the Cardinals. Murray now handing it off to Kenyon Drake. What are you doing? You only have 2:50 left. 3rd down and 7 now as we have hit the 2-minute warning. And the Cardinals need this. Thrown out, broken up, and it is now Flyer ball as the Cardinals kick a field goal. You get a 1st down and your game's over. 3rd and 21. This is for the game. Linehan sacked, brought down for a loss. Final timeout taken, and now the Cardinals have a chance to tie this thing up. They need 8. They need a touchdown and a conversion. Murray, a good first pass here to Nick Boyle underneath. Of course, time will continue to run as they run no huddle. Now Murray throwing it out to DeAndre Swift. If he's smart, he'll run out of bounds. I don't think he got out of bounds there. So time continuing to run the Cardinals a breakneck pace here with the no huddle down to the 14. 37 seconds remaining. Murray throwing this one. Caught one-handed by DeAndre Hopkins in the end zone. That is the quickest doggone touchdown run I've seen. And this is to tie it up with 30 seconds remaining. Murray rolling out. And then he just flips it. I'm not sure what the defense was doing there. We didn't stop the pass. We didn't stop the run. It's tie game. 30 seconds left in the game. You might see the Flyers attempt 1 or 2 before going to overtime. Handoff. Lane Troach. Nice run there. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. So 2nd down and 5. A bit more room here. And this one is a play action. Linehan rolling out. And he'll be sacked. And that'll probably end regulation here as we will go to overtime. Tie game through 4. We got an extra period coming up. I will see y'all then. So we are here in overtime. Clock doesn't stop. Linehan taking off running with this one. Down to the 36-yard line. And he's over 100 yards on the day rushing. 1st and 10, 2-back set. We'll hand it off to Lance Roach. Look at him cutting back up field there. Was supposed to run off tackle, but instead cut it back up the middle, and that's 7 yards. Linehan dropping back. Of course, we know a field goal will not win you the game, but we are close to field goal territory at least. Linehan, another nice run here. Now 2nd and 10 as we are halfway through overtime. Roach catching this screen and easily within field goal range now, down to the 27-yard line, just about 28. So if we can score a touchdown, this game is just over by default. 1st and 10, Linehan. He'll take off and run with this one. Picks up a block by Dante Pettis, and he slides down at the 12. We are 12 yards away from picking up a win against the Cardinals. This is to keep us in the playoff conversation. Handoff, Matthew Beard. And he's down to the 6. Halfway to the goal here. 2nd down and 4. Now 3rd down and 9. Linehan, a chance to win the game outright. Sacked for a loss, and we will have to send out the field goal team. So the Cardinals need to score here. Anything short of 3 points ends the game. 3 points makes it probably a tie. A touchdown wins them the game still. Murray, fake flip pass here. Dropping back, plenty of time. He'll take off and run with this one, and he'll be sacked by Mitch Newman. His first sack in a while there. That's a 4-yard loss. So 2nd down and 14. Time is not necessarily on the Cardinals side either. Throwing this one underneath to Christian Kirk, and that'll be 3rd down. And it'll also take us to the 2-minute warning. Again, they only need 3 to tie this game. Murray, hit as he throws, but is able to find his man there down to the 45-yard line. Murray above 300 yards passing on the day. The Cardinals have a chance to tie this thing up. Murray dropping back, throwing this one out. DeAndre Hopkins across midfield, down to the 45 of ours now. 1 minute remaining. 2nd down and 10. Murray's got to get this about 10 more yards to go for the field goal. And he is sacked by Chance Fortunata. 2nd of the game, 10th sack of the season for Fortunata. And suddenly things are dire. 15 seconds remaining. You got 2 timeouts. You got to get yardage here. Thrown out, almost ended. Wandre Diggs had a chance to end the game outright. Now 4th and 17, this is for the game. Murray, quick throw out. Hopkins broken up. And that is your game. The Flyers hang on. I mean, what a game there. I thought for a second we'd win that in regulation, and then the Cardinals led a furious drive down the field. Like, I think 10 plays in maybe 40 seconds to tie the thing up. And then in overtime, when we didn't get the touchdown, I thought, well, this one might be over. But the defense comes up strong. I mean, you look at this one, and rushing yards wise, our rushing defense was great. Our passing defense was not the best. But I think when you look at everything considered, it was a pretty good day as far as our defense goes. I know 31 points doesn't look great, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll have to see if this puts us in the playoff conversation. I will see y'all next time.